about your new sensation. I don't wanna reconnect my old relations. I don't wanna hear your frustration all of the time. It doesn't take a genius to see that she's a girl. It doesn't take a genius to rule a broken world. It doesn't take a genius to ignore the facts all of the time. No sense in asking, is this the end of the world? We'll know it's over when it's done. There's so many ways I pictured in my head, but I never saw that one. Closed truths are dangerous, rumors and lies, far from the truth and nobody's surprised. We're all too busy watching Peaky Blinders all of the time. It doesn't hurt sometimes to go outside your door. Sometimes it's okay to clean a dirty floor. Just remember to wash your hands all of the time. No sense in asking, is this the end of the world? We'll know it's over when it's done. There's so many ways I pictured in my head, but I never saw this one. And asking, is this the end of the world? We'll know it's over when it's done. There's so many ways I pictured in my head, but I never saw this one.
Happening here. Hey folks, how y'all doing? Look at those credits. I know. Where is that, Neil? Get that for me. There we go. Just getting set here, getting some Facebook stuff closed. Getting some.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday once again. We are pleased to be here to bring you an hour or so of entertainment. It's nice to have the boys here. Shout out to Indie Week if you're tuning in from there. I'll be going through what we've been doing and how we've been doing it. This started, this is not a professional live stream by any stretch. It is all DIY, and it started with just a camera, just a Facebook and a phone. That was it. And we built it up. I'll go over all that as we go through, but we're going to play some tunes for you first. This is a song I wrote about Campbellford, Ontario after living here for about 10 years. This town of mine, this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. I came here from the city trying to find some peace of mind, to get myself on track and to buy myself some time. This town is growing on me. Here's a song for all town of mine. At times it seems so distant. At times you all seem so strange. All these places, they remind me of places that I've been. So deep the roots are growing through my kids and to my friends. All I think about is being here. It takes away the pain in this town of mine. This town of mine. I find myself so easily inclined here in this town of mine. She'll give me all I need and more. Someday I'll say goodbye to her and walk right out the door. In this town of mine. In this town of mine. I find myself so town of mine. Oh, thank you there, Steve Dagg, for some drums on that song, ending with a little of the sound of rust, one of my favorite parts of the evening. Neil Cameron, if he's sitting at home right now, he's saying, "Ken, tell Caitlin to turn off that reverb. It sounds like he's in a stadium." One of the things that we've struggled with, not so much of a struggle, it's just one of the things that we have dealt with putting together this show is the reverb on and off. Originally, when I first started, again, this is a little thing that I learned for anybody who happens to be watching from the conference. When I started out, I originally had 2 microphones, and I put one about 5 feet away from me. And the other one I kept close, and I had my acoustic guitar. So after a song, when I'd talk, I would just talk gently in the microphone, and these microphones wouldn't pick it up. And then once I started singing and pitching out a little bit, the microphones would pick up the reverb. That was a sort of cheap way to turn it on and off. Listen, I seem to have lost my set list, which I remember going to look for and never finding.
End of the world.
Yeah, okay, cool. Anyways, that's one of the thousands of things that we've discovered over the last 2 years, putting together an every Wednesday night podcast, live stream, whatever the hell this is. I'm trapped inside, folks. I like playing music. My band lives close to me. Our band gets together and plays regularly. We send it out to you. That's all it is. It's a new song called "The End of the World," going out to Lou back home in Newfoundland. Got the wood stove warm going, buddy, out in Torres Cove. Good for you, man. I wish I was there. I guess I'm there some way. Okay, boys, this one goes out to the folks down in Torres Cove, Newfoundland, the end of the world. I don't want to hear about your new sensation. I don't want to reconnect old relations. I don't want to hear your frustrations all of the time. sense in asking, is this the end of the world? We'll know it's so when it's done. There's so many ways I picture it in my head, but I never saw this one. Little End of the World there, ladies and gentlemen. That is the newest, that's the new single. I'm still getting used to that term. Believe it or not, after 30 years of making records and putting out singles, I'm getting used to the new term single again, because it seems to apply to anything that anybody puts out. And that's a whole new way of going on. What's going on there, Mr. Grant?
My DI is not switched on. I'm wondering why it's sounding so thin.
Your DI is not switched on. Oh, yeah.
DI, is that right? I just don't see a light.
It is on. It's quite booming in my ears.
That's better.
Okay, good for you.
It wasn't booming in my, it was very thin and far away, and I'm hitting it too hard.
Well, we don't want that.
No.
That's one of those things that we learn. So again, thanks to any Indie Week folk and regular folks that are here. By regular folk, I mean the great, the great community that has been a part of this for almost 2 years now. So Friday, I'm doing a seminar for Indie Week on live streaming, and I will talk a lot about the real details of everything then. We're going to do a few more songs, and then I'm going to get into a breakdown of the gear that we're using here and how it came to be, the good and the bad of it. Then we're going to do a few more songs. If anybody has any specific questions on something they see, though, feel free to pop it in. I think I'm getting Facebook on the feed here. I use Restream for broadcasting. And as much as I love it, they don't have the monitoring down yet. They're the one company that has it close, but they don't have it yet if you have multiple sources. So that's something that still needs to be addressed. If anybody has an answer, help me out. This is another brand new one. Part of Whiskey Wednesdays, we get to work new material. This is stuff for a new record. This is a song called Morrissey. And didn't we just move it up to C sharp, like C minor? Okay, we just moved it into C minor last night, I think. So we will give this a whirl. This is a song called My Guardian Angel Has a Voice Like Morrissey. It goes just like this. Once in my life, I'm feeling sorry for people around me who think I'd be better off dead, or at least being quiet. It didn't take much to get it started. Some simple words between two friends. But then again, a spark can burn your whole house down. My guardian angel has a voice like Morrissey. He's cool and sublime and appropriately. You stopped making sense shortly thereafter. You wished you'd never open your mouth. You chose to hide behind a lie that someone else gave you. My guardian angel has a voice like Morrissey. He's cruel and sublime and appropriately ill. My guardian angel has a voice like Morrissey. He'll call you out and make you his fool. Take the pressure pressure was more than I could take. So I filed it away and I thought maybe I'll come back to it a little later. Oh, my guardian angel has a voice like Morrissey. He's cruel and sublime and appropriately ill. My guardian angel has a voice like Morrissey. He's cruel and sublime and appropriately ill. He'll call you out and he'll make you his fool. Oh, that's a new song called Morrissey. I'm going to dip back into some of the older stuff now. This is a song that I wrote for my wife. This new record, we're back to the electric instruments, which I'm really loving, especially since I got this Gretsch. And we haven't been doing much of the old acoustic stuff. We haven't left it or abandoned it. We're just on a new road for a bit. It is nice to be able to pull out one of these songs and have it work with as electric versions. So we're going to play one now that I wrote for my wife. This is one called Waste Your Time. My wife has been with me for 26 years. I think we've been married this year. No, 25, because I forgot our anniversary this year, and it was a big one. 25, that's what it was. She forgot it too. Neil was the only one that remembered. So that was okay. But we've been together for a long time. And I often wonder, what is it that makes somebody able to be a partner with a traveling musician away 250, 300 nights of the year, living on tour buses and hotels, and then when they get home, their bodies and minds are broken. Never quite understood that end of it, but she's been with me through all of it. I wrote this song for her the night after she asked me, "Why have you never written me a song?" Sun goes down over Wichita Falls. I've seen the best and I've seen them all at days, and nothing more beautiful to see. You wring your hair, you drape your clothes, sunlight, your silhouette shape exposed. It's clear you're bringing out the best in me. Why you wanna waste your time with me? Why you wanna waste your time with me? Morning breaks, I haven't slept all night. The sunlight warms to your skin's delight. I'm dying just to sit here and watch you breathe. Pressed to your chest lies a mother's joy. Dreams, little dreams of a little boy. This feels like a luck I can't believe. Why you wanna waste your time with me? Why you wanna waste your time with me? It's been 10 years or maybe 12, and we've had some times that felt like hell, but you held your ground. You stayed strong and true. good times, they far outweigh the bad, and the happiness outweighs the sad. There's just one question here, and my friends agree. Why you wanna waste your time with me? Why you wanna waste your time with me? Oh, the years have passed and they've grown and gone, and all I can do is sing this song in a voice that cracks, melody fear-free. On the porch we sit as the sun fades away. We wave to the neighbors across the way. I still can't believe you did all this with me. And you say, do you want to waste some time with me? Do you want to waste some time with me? Do you want to waste some time with me? Do you want to waste some time with me? Hey folks, we're going to take a quick little look at the screen here and see what's going on. Looks like we got most of the regular gang there, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to play a song now. This was a song that was written by a Newfoundlander, a friend of mine, a fellow songwriter. He was actually led the way for songwriters in Newfoundland for myself and many others, a gentleman by the name of Ron Hines. Ron passed away a few years ago, and I've missed him a lot since, as have many of his friends and families and fans. I always like to play this song. It reminds me of him. As do a bunch of Ron Hines songs. In fact, I put out an entire album. Remember that album, A Good Dog Is Lost?
I remember it well.
Yeah, we had You Were on it. You Were on it. Pre-Neil. Amelia Curran was on it. Kinsman was on it. Was Sandy on that one?
Yes, Sandy.
Sandy played on it too. Wow. Okay, well, I think we're, how are we doing there, Neil? Pretty good. Pretty good as in yes, we're ready to go, or as in you're still talk for a minute? Talk for a minute. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, we're doing this in B flat, correct?
Correct. B flat.
See, these are the type of things that we like to talk about on Wednesday night, choosing keys. After this song, we're going to take a few minutes. I'm going to show you around the studio and show you what's happening here, what we got going on. But Neil, you close there. You going to start without you? Sure, go ahead. Sonny lives on a farm in a wide open space. You can kick off your shoes, you can give up the race. You can lay down your head by a sweet riverbed, and Sonny always remembers what it was Mama said. Hey. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home, and these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. It's 100 miles to town, Sonny's never been there, and he goes to the highway, and he stares, and he stares, and he watches the seas from a room by the stairs, and the waves keep on rolling. They've done that for years. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home, and these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Sonny carries a load, though he's barely a man, and he goes a little slow, and he does what he can, and he watches the sand, and the mailman is old, and Sonny still dreams his dreams full of silver and gold. just can't be real. They're just stories he's read. Stars in his eyes, they're just dreams in his head. And he's hungry inside for the wide world outside. And I know I'll never hold, though I've tried and I've tried. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. And your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Oh, there we go. Ron Hines remembered. Okay, so give me a second. Oh, is this going to work? Okay, and I'll cut this for the people at the conference as well, so you can look at it after. I'll send it to Daryl and see if he wants to put it all together. So, as you've seen for the last little while, we can effectively play music and do a show of sorts in. I need Caitlin on the camera. Caitlin's my daughter. She does the camera. I need to be. Are you on me now? No. Yeah, but I'm going to start pointing at stuff. So I'd like to have you up, and we can get that going on. Really cool. Pointing at this is Mr. Grant. See. So this is actually this is just the bedroom at the house. This is the bedroom. My daughter Cassidy was born right here, more or less right there by where Mr. Grant sits. Caitlin was born in Toronto, but yeah, this is our old bedroom upstairs, which I used to use as a little project studio. And in recent times, I've actually sort of done some sound work in here to get it sounding good. Bought some good mics and some good preamps and stuff, and been doing some recording in here. It's also kind of like my teenage bedroom. It's got little bits of stuff from all over my life. You know, it's got old amplifiers and skateboards and guitars, and I don't know, it's kind of my favorite hangout, which is a fantastic thing. And I get to hang out with my favorite people, my family and my extended family, the guys in the band, and Barry is another one. Barry lives across the street. Barry's from Toronto. He used to do a lot of tech work, and I invite him over every now and again. He comes and he either does camera work or helps with the tuning of the guitars, because Caitlin has just moved out. My daughter Caitlin has moved out. I'm really upset because I loved having her around. She used to play music with us on Wednesdays as well. Anyways, Caitlin, when we started this, what was it? Me and you and an iPhone. I sat down one Wednesday night and I said to Caitlin, how do we do this live thing? Because I'd been terrified of it. And she said, I think you just pressed live on Facebook. So we did. And I sat on the couch right where Steve is sitting. And I got my acoustic and I played for, I don't know, the better part of an hour and a half, I suppose. And all these people were talking and stuff. I thought, this is kind of cool. This is fun. So I did it again the following week and the following week. And then I introduced a mixer and a microphone. Then I had to think, okay, so how do I get the sound now? I've got my iPhone, pretty dead simple. You press record on it, it captures the audio and the video. And you're going to get that captured iPhone audio and video. Can look good, can look fantastic. If the room you're in is a nice room and it sounds great, it can be great. Oftentimes it's not. I wanted to go further with it. So at the time I had a small Tascam 24-channel mixer, which I plugged 2 inputs into. And I took the left-right out of that, and I came over to this thing here, Caitlin. This is the iRig. I bought one of these here. This is by IK Media. It is the iRig Pro Duo I/O. And basically, it's got 2 inputs and 2 preamps. So you can put a couple AA batteries in this and plug 2 microphones in it into a field and sit down with your guitar and your voice. And then out of here comes this little breakout cable, which plugs into an iPad or an iPhone or whatever you're broadcasting from. So if you've got your iPhone with you, and this little tiny box and a couple of speakers or speaker cables and a microphone, you can do a broadcast from anywhere. This is a great unit. Problem with it is, this is an Apple problem, I think. When I'm running the iPad
and this is plugged into it, there's no way to charge the iPad, and there's no way to charge your phone. Apple has gone out of their way to make it really inconvenient to charge and use your phone at the same time, and that always pisses me off. But either way, that's one of the problems I deal with here. So I have to always monitor the charge on the iPad. So basically, you've got microphones, 2 inputs, a left, right, going into the I/O of this thing called the iRig by IK Media. From there, it goes into this. This is the iPad that I use for what they would call switching. You can spend a couple $1,000s on a switcher, which is a broadcast audio-video unit that allows you to choose from different cameras, and then you can put all kinds of crazy, intense, fantastic, thousands of dollars worth of gear together. Or if you have an old iPad lying around, you can get some software called Switcher Studio. It's a monthly fee. I think it's $29.95 in Canada or something a month. But what it allows you to do is, like right now we have, that's Mr. Grant's, or no, that's Neil's phone, I think, and that's Steve's phone. That's another one. So all the signals from everybody's cell phones, we all just put Switcher on your phone, and then when you turn on Switcher, you just say share phone, and your device will connect to this. Like over here, you can see these are all the phones that are connected to this iPad right now. All wireless, no connection issues at all. And at any point in time, I can, while Steve is playing drums or something, we can change, I've had up to 7 cameras going at once. This is what Caitlin always does, of course. Yes, Caitlin? Oh, I see, I keep going off. This is why Caitlin's the producer. I should stop pushing buttons. That's what happens when you let the musicians touch the technology. Anyways, and so from here, it's got different options on where you want to send it to. I have a custom RTMP because what I do, again, some of these issues, do you broadcast to Facebook? Do you broadcast to Twitch? Do you broadcast to Twitter, YouTube? The link, it goes on and on. So what I have joined is another service called Restream. So the 2 services are Switcher for moving the cameras around, and then Restream for the broadcast. A few more things about Switcher before I finish. You can like, if I touch this here, you will now see. So any of these elements, when you touch them, they go out, and you can sell your merch if you need to. Oh, not that one. Yeah, you can sell that one if you want to. You can promote the band. You can do whatever you want. Switcher, I can't say enough about. It's a really good platform. They've got great overlays. You can just sort of do your overlays really simply. It's a really, really nice platform. So from Switcher, I then broadcast out to a company called Restream. Restream gives you a custom RTMP key, which you plug in. Like right there, I'm using my custom key. If I just wanted to go to YouTube, I'd use this one. These are just ways that you put it together. So I'm sending it to a custom. So this sends it to a company called Restream. Restream then buffers the stream so you don't get interruptions, and then they rebroadcast it for you to as many different platforms as you want. For a while, I was going to a lot of platforms, and I found it just thinned everybody out, a lot of people everywhere. I've been bringing people back. On Friday, I'll talk about some of the ways of sort of keeping audience, and listening to your audience, I should say, for what they want. But Restream is another great company, and from there they will broadcast out for you. They'll give you reports on stats on who was listening, how many people were listening when your top hour was, or when your top minute and all that stuff. So it's a really great service. Now, again, back to the broadcast. You see there's an entire band here. It's really, because I have a studio, I have 16 channels. Well, I have more than 16, but I use 16 channels here to record regularly. So what we're doing is we're going into a Pro Tools system up here. This is just your standard Pro Tools mixer with a couple maybe EQs. No, not even, I don't even know what's on it. This is the mix for this show. So on Wednesday nights, I open up this mix, it's there. We tweak it if I've been recording and I've changed some input gain somewhere, we tweak it. So it all goes into Pro Tools, and then from Pro Tools, I'm just simply taking the left I/O, which would go to speakers left and right are the 2 of them, and I'm bringing them back, and they're just plugging into this. So all or 16 channels that I have, however many I'm using, that's the entire band. We do a mix. We're listening to it on in-ears, so we can hear ourselves. That's another part of the system that has to do with a little headphone amp. Exactly the same thing that you're doing here. You just send a signal to here, and then you send it to everybody's headphones. Again, this is a more complex setup than you know, a lot of just sort of people who are doing it at home. It's not a fully pro setup. I mean, you know, if you pay a couple $1,000s, you can go down to any place, you know, these big places in Toronto and places, venues like the Alma Combo and the Horseshoe that are set up for this stuff, and they have crews that work it, and those are amazing production shows. But the thing that I love about all this is the internet. This is our own channel. This is whatever the hell we want to do. And there were people who were alone during the first part of lockdown, and this was a way to help just people pass some time. And it's turned into something that's become more than that. And, you know, I wouldn't want to take this into a big place and do it. I mean, that would be a special event type of show. But if you're looking for live streaming, there are literally so many different routes you can take to do all this stuff. So that's the ins and outs of the gear. You know, microphones and cables and DIs and all that stuff. You have to figure that out yourself. But this is the basics of it. And of course, if you want more information on any of it, just reach out to me. I'm pretty cool with sharing all this stuff because the more we're all doing it, the better it is for everybody, I feel. You know, it's not the easiest way to make money doing a weekly live stream.
What do you mean? We're rolling in. We're rolling in.
And I wouldn't recommend it as an income choice, but as a tool. You know, we work so hard to create social media content, and the one beauty of this thing here is I do this on Wednesdays, and then I cut it all up Tuesday and Thursday, or Thursday and Friday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What am I thinking? And after that, I've got a ton more content, so to speak, to put out through the upcoming week. It gives me another, you know, 2 or 3 songs. Is it too much? Probably. I have no idea. I can't tell anymore. I don't know what's what out there. I'm just doing my own thing. And that's part of the process. Sorry, we tune for your pleasure. This isn't something we do for our own enjoyment. It's just one of those things. I'll be with you in just a second here. Thanks for coming out. This is called Whiskey Wednesday. I am Ken Tizzard. We are Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats, or Music for Goats as some people call it. We do this every Wednesday. We do live shows as well. And we have a sold-out show at the Aaron next week. That'll be nice. Here in town. Getting back on the road is going to take some time. But otherwise we're all just doing fine. I want to thank Daryl at Indie Week for having us as well. It's pretty cool to be part of it and to be speaking tomorrow. I like these music conferences. I'm looking forward to seeing what some other people have to say. It's an old George Jones tune with a little intro that we learned from Luc Mercier.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
On a Jim Beam canner that looked like Elvis. Soaked the label off a Flintstone jelly bean jar. I cleared a sofa plate on that one little table that
pretend we all got to talk. About bedrock, Graceland and such. Conversation finally turned to women. They said they didn't get around that much. When Elvis said, "Fine girl," Fred said, "Well, old-fashioned girls are fun." Yabba dabba do. Later on, it finally hit me. That you wouldn't be coming back no more. This time I know you wouldn't forgive me. Them other times before, and I broke Elvis's nose, pulling the last drops from his toes. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. Yabba dabba do, the king is gone, and so are you. Oh, little George Jones. Little George Jones. You staying here tonight, Caitlin? You staying here tonight? Did you say you're going home? You moved away and now you come to visit and you won't even hang out? Not gonna hang out and get drunk with Dad? 22 years of that was enough. Oh my. Again, for the conference folks, I know these days there's a really positive leaning towards sobriety. There's an acceptance to it, and there's a, I'm not gonna say a movement, but in my clan there seems to be a shift towards sobriety. I haven't made that shift yet. I don't know that it will ever be part of my makeup. I'm not saying that I'm living in a constant state of abuse. Just saying it's Whiskey Wednesday. I'm having a whiskey. And that I'm joking about being drunk with my daughter for 22 years. Sort of.
Eight,
I know.
last 3 or 4 or something.
I know, she's not even looking at me anymore. She's back on her phone. Oh my. Okay. This is another song, an older one.
Tangled web we weave. When you're drunk and you got no place to go, and you don't want the sleep to bring tomorrow, reach out and call. It won't hurt me at all to know that sometimes you find me on your mind. When you're drunk enough and you're feeling all alone, just you and the echoes in your home, reach out and call. It won't hurt me at all to know that sometimes you find me on your mind. Help me out, boys. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. When you're lonely, feeling restless late at night, and you find you just keep doing what ain't right, feel free to think of me. It hits me in degrees to know that sometimes you find me on your mind. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. And every now and then you come to mind, and it makes me search for something I can't find. And then it disappears. The pain in all those years, you know that sometimes you find me on your mind. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing fine. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. I'm thinking about you and I'm still on your mind. Oh my. New Bad Brains record. Holy crap, man, I picked that up. Neil did some checking because I wasn't sure how old those guys would be. What were their average age, Neil?
About 63.
63, man. These guys.
Just youngsters.
Just youngsters. Well, no, it's. I remember listening to them when I was a teenager, and they're still putting records out. I'll play you guys a little bit of this record after. It's fucking insane. It's insane. It's just so good. I get thirsty sometimes on Wednesdays. Just gonna check the little broadcast thing here. Whole lot of stuff there. Whole lot of stuff. It's good to see you all out. Yeah, thanks, Jacques. You know something, it is nice to be out on these Wednesday nights, and I'm glad it inspires you to play music again, you know. Music does not have to be a career to be a big part of your life. In fact, I know many people who've lost their passion for music because it became a career. I think you should enjoy music and let it take you where it takes you. If it pays a bill or pays a cup of coffee, that's amazing.
Maybe a dinner now and then.
Maybe a dinner now and then, exactly. With that all in mind, it's not talked about very often, but it is appreciated, not expected. There's a link for a tip jar in the top of the notification somewhere for this feed. But it's, like I say, it's just there because some people asked for it to be there. I do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. This gear costs money. It's nice to be able to come and do this every Wednesday and pay for a pizza and some brews every now and again. But more than that, we just love playing music for y'all. I'm going to ask if there's any requests while we play this song here. Can you guys have about 3 minutes to throw in a request if you want one. I'll see if we can play it. We're going to do a song right now, which I wrote. I wrote this song. I didn't write it as a joke. No, I wrote it very seriously, and it's actually quite a serious song. And some night I will explain the seriousness of the song. But I did. The first time I played it, I thought, "Oh God, why am I doing this? Where did this song come from? What does it mean?" And I don't know. Let me just throw it out. And I did, and people reacted, and they asked me to play it again, and I did. And it's been slowly working into a tune. It's almost at its recorded stage. That doesn't mean it's finished. That means it's almost at its capture. Doesn't mean anything about where we're going to be with it 6 months or a year from now. But the song starts with a little ditty that I wrote called FMNL. And it goes just like this. Which one are we doing? What's on the set? Oh,
Old Dog's next.
is it now?
So it says.
How can I believe you?
Well,
Here, I thought that's what
Have
you were
I
talking
ever
about this whole time.
have I ever steered you wrong?
Ever since I said maybe a meal now and then. I thought we were all on the same page.
I wasn't even thinking about that. It's the beauty. A perfect song is like a horoscope. It can apply to any person in any situation. I'm not saying either of these are perfect songs, but seems like every meal I've ever eaten has come at a cost of a song. Not to say he ain't been hungry for those times you sang along. And his house made for many doors. The address changes day by day. Been rambling around this world, killing time along the way. It's a long way to travel and $1 for a song. And another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. And for every girl he's ever loved, whose kindness helped him find his way through fumbling, tumbling, lonely nights to bring colors to the grave. Another lonesome sunrise just ahead. It's all scattered on the bed, and I'm tied up on the floor, and he's headed for the door. It's a long way to travel and $1 for a song. Put another town behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. Oh, no, you won't break in from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say. He's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you'll never change his ways. When he dies out on that highway and you check to find him cold, just pull the old truck over, lay him off beside the road. For his life's been filled with many riches found upon this stage. When he gets his call to glory, and you know his dues are paid, it's a long way to heaven and $1 for a song. Another town behind and another comes along. His boots are feeling heavy, standing on another stage. Fire in his bloodshot eyes again today. Oh, you won't break in from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say. He's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you won't break in from this road. So much story still untold. Doesn't matter what you say. He's been doing it all his days. He's an old dog and you'll never change his ways. want to thank you all for coming out. This will be our last song for the night. I hope everybody's doing great out there. It's a strange, still a strange world, I'm finding anyways. Maybe some of you are adapting better. We all do what we can to get through. Wednesdays are a big part of mine and everybody here's life. And I'm glad that it helps helps entertain you all out there. I look forward to the day we can get this show back on the road and get the band playing all the time. See what happens with that. In the meantime, I like to get high. I like to get higher. I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned. I like to get stoneder. I like to get more stoned than I was before. Cause I don't have the perfect job I dreamed of, and at times I can take it for a while. There's sometimes I take small things for granted, then other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. Cause I don't have a moment of pain-free living. At times I can take it for a while. Sometimes I feel like my skin is burning, and other times all I can do is cry. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. To be honest, it's an uphill battle with depression, and the drugs the doctor gives me ain't so tight. There's sometimes I feel like my skin is crawling, and other times bad TV can be alright. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Daryl, for Indie Week and all that you do, and everybody over there as well. We will see you guys all Tuesday at 2. And for the rest of you, the regular gang, sorry I was out of touch there. I had to have the computer over there tonight. Shoot me messages through the week. I'm around, and peace and love, and be nice to people. And we will see you all before too long. Thank you to my daughter, Caitlin, for coming back home tonight to do this, and for Barry. For helping out with the guitars tonight, very awesome, and bringing these lights in too, which is nice. It's a new addition. Mr. Grant, Steve Dag, Neil Lucy, boys in the band. Stanley's here somewhere. We'll see y'all later. Take care. Cheers.